Well. On another episode of Are we done with Xbox yet? Are we done? Are we done? I need to know, people, because, like, what is going on? And by what is going on is the same thing I've been saying since the end of the 360 era, the same thing I've been saying for over the past decade, the same thing I've been saying that everybody's really been in denial about. But now we have the biggest, the staunchest, most fanatical Xbox supporter in Tim Dog, the man who waits outside of a Best Buy, has crossed over from Xbox to PlayStation. We have Kid Smooth now crossing over from Xbox to PC. So the only question really is now, who's left? Who's next? Who's next to jump ship? Who is next to hop off the Titanic that Sarah Bond and Phil Spencer are steering? Crazy, right? Crazy. Absolutely nuts. So, my name is Black Bond. If you already did not know that, be sure to check out my channel over at Black Bond, uploading 2, 3, 4, 5, or at least recording that many today. I'm gonna record that many today. So if I'm wearing the same thing, if you're seeing the same fresh locks, the same straight fresh lineup, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's still me. Still me. It's not the same person or a different person. It's still me, same day. Don't worry about it. Anyway, check out the Web World Podcast Sundays at 5 p.m. Eastern. And let's talk about Microsoft real quick, because somebody, anybody, tell me one thing they've done in recent memory, because I cannot really figure out anything. Can't figure out anything they've done. Not one. Not one. Game Pass, yeah. People want to talk about how great it is, how amazing it is, but to me, it should be something that is supplemental, not something that is a main focal point, unless they just want to realistically get out of top tier game development and just want to sell the Xbox Series S and sell a marginalized, welfare, stripped down console. Game Pass does not work when you're touting the world's most powerful console. Sorry, it doesn't. We went over the numbers before. We've had people on the Whip World podcast before saying, Game Pass is the future. All games are going to be there on day one. And my simple claim was, how are you going to get developers to commit $200 million towards them? How are you going to get Microsoft, to commit $200 plus million and half a decade on dev time for a game on Game Pass that you may or may not have a guarantee to be a hit? Doesn't work. And hey, let's say it was a hit. You spend $200 million getting in a game on Game Pass. How do you make that money back? People aren't subscribing, people aren't picking it up, and honestly, it's not exactly a monetizable thing unless you're selling a bunch of multiplayer games where you can sell add-on content, DLC, cosmetics, above. I don't know what Microsoft's strategy is. I don't think Microsoft knows what Microsoft's strategy is. They keep backbiting and changing their direction. We're the world's most powerful consoles. Exclusives matter. Exclusives don't matter. Win 10 fam. How many games we make is irrelevant. We can make as many quality games as we want. It wouldn't matter. We're doing this. We're doing that. We're doing that. We're doing this. This is a completely mindless company that has no path forward, no way to succeed, no way to actually differentiate themselves from other brands now, because they're putting their games on the competition's brands. Like, this whole Xbox thing is an absolute mess. Straight down from them saying that we're not talking about 30 and 60, we're talking about 60 and 120. And then they launched their biggest game in a decade, Starfield, at 30, only to then later patch it, update it, and work on it. And guess what, people? Now it runs at 60. Absolute madness. They go out and they buy all these developers. What do? Overwatch 2 is trash. Diablo 4 is mid. Minecraft, okay, it's not really blowing up anything outside of sales. I mean, nobody's really talking about Minecraft. Bethesda, okay, you put out Starfield, didn't really light up the charts. Activision Blizzard spent all that money on that to do what? To close down Tango Gameworks, Arcane Austin, all kinds of other studios, completely basically just pull out of Japan studios and Japanese game development. Like, this is an absolute nightmare. It's a nightmare scenario. And I don't have any rhyme, reason, or facts to know it, but if you ask my opinion, then Sarah Bond, no relation, is the fall guy, or in this situation, the fall woman. Somebody, anybody, please type into the comment section why you would still, at this point in the game, support the Xbox. I mean, the N64 was in. No, actually, no. Maybe. Not sure. But the Super Nintendo was the market leader, and people abandoned ship for PlayStation over the N64. This situation is way worse, and people are still staying dedicated and loyal. And now we got the ice cream man coming in the background. I'm getting a little hungry. I want some ice cream, but I don't know, people. I'm just tired, kind of annoyed. It's kind of like repetitive that Microsoft just keeps doing the same things over and over and over, and they receive the same result over and over and over. And that result? Failure. Failure, and Kid Smooth getting upset, and Kid Smooth damage controlling, and honestly, people, nothing is changing. And at this point, I can even wonder, does the fan base want anything to change, or are they just accepting and willing just to be loyal pawns, lapdogs, and corporate slaves for the rest of their existence? Anyway, I'm Black Bomb. Be sure to check out my channel. Uploading videos now, hopefully regularly. I mean, I know it's the summertime and Social Reject season is over. Be sure to check out Broken Games HD. Be sure to check out Jack Move Johnny. Be sure to check out Blandrew and his new podcast. Check out Alex. Check out, missing somebody, Smooth, Alex, Blandrew, myself, BG. I guess that's everybody, people. But, check out the podcast, tune in, hit that like button. If you enjoy the content, subscribe to the Patreon, and I'll catch you guys next time.